When the automatic doors of Golden Horizons Senior Care slid open and the small man in the purple tracksuit walked through, receptionist Ashley Morrison looked up from her phone and immediately rolled her eyes. "Sir, this is a private facility," she said, not bothering to hide the annoyance in her voice. "Do you have family here, or—" She looked him up and down. Platform shoes, sunglasses indoors, purple everything. "Are you lost?" The man didn't answer. He was already moving past her desk, walking fast toward the hallway. That's when they both heard it. A scream, high-pitched, terrified, coming from room 347. The man in purple started running. Ashley stood up. "Sir, sir, you can't just—" But he was already gone. Golden Horizons, Senior Care, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thursday afternoon, March 2014. 2:45 p.m. Prince had been visiting Aunt Lucille every Thursday for 8 years. Same time, same quiet entrance, same purple tracksuit because she loved the color. Nobody ever recognized him. He liked it that way. He'd park his car 3 blocks away, walk in through the side entrance usually, sign the visitor log as P. Nelson. The old staff knew him, nodded, let him pass. But today was different. New receptionist at the front desk, young, 20-something, looked at him like he was a problem the moment he walked in. Ashley Morrison, 24 years old, 3 weeks into her job, hated it already. Minimum wage to deal with old people's families. She'd taken this job because her boyfriend said the medical field was stable. She looked up from her Instagram feed when Prince walked in. Purple tracksuit, head to toe, platform shoes, adding maybe 3 inches to his 5'3" frame, sunglasses, indoors, in March. Ashley's first thought, homeless guy, or confused patient who wandered in from somewhere. "Sir, this is a private facility," she said. Her voice had that sharp edge service workers use when they want you to know you don't belong. "Do you have family here? Or—" She looked him up and down, let her eyes linger on his outfit, the judgment clear. Prince stopped at her desk. "I'm here to see Lucille Nelson, room 347. Ashley didn't check her computer. "Visiting hours end at 3. You've got 15 minutes, and you need to sign in." She pushed the clipboard toward him. Didn't look up. Prince signed. P. Nelson started walking toward the hallway. That's when the screaming started. The sound cut through the nursing home's usual quiet, high-pitched, terrified. A woman's voice. "Stop, please, you're hurting me." Room 347. Aunt Lucille. Prince ran, his platform shoes clicking loud on the linoleum, past the common room, past the medication station, down the hallway with the faded yellow wallpaper, room 347. Door half open. He pushed through and froze. Aunt Lucille sat in her wheelchair by the window, 87 years old, frail, crying, arms covered in fresh bruises that hadn't been there last week. Standing over her was a woman in scrubs, Brenda Matthews, 40-something, face red with anger. Brenda had Lucille's arm, gripping it, rough, yanking her forward. "Stop whining!" Brenda shouted. "You're not the only patient here. I don't get paid enough for this shit." Lucille was sobbing. "Please, you're hurting." "I'll show you hurting if you don't." "Step away from her." Prince's voice was ice-cold, quiet, but it cut through the room like a knife. "Now!" Brenda turned, saw the small man in purple standing in the doorway. "Who the hell are you? Family visiting hours are—" "I'm her nephew, and I just watched you abuse my aunt." Brenda's face changed. Panic flickered, then defensiveness. "I wasn't—" "She fell. Old people fall all the time. Look at these bruises. They're from yesterday." "I was here yesterday," Prince said quietly. "She had no bruises." Aunt Lucille looked up. Her eyes were cloudy with cataracts, but she knew that voice. "Prince? Baby, is that really you?" Prince walked to her, knelt down beside the wheelchair. took her hand gently. "It's me, Auntie. I'm here." Brenda backed toward the door. "Look, this is a misunderstanding. I was just trying to help her to the bathroom." By screaming at her? By grabbing her arm hard enough to leave marks? "She's difficult. She doesn't listen. You don't know what it's like working here." A voice from the hallway. "Brenda, what's going on?" Maria Rodriguez appeared in the doorway. 52 years old, been working at Golden Horizons for 20 years, charge nurse on this floor. She saw Prince kneeling by Lucille's wheelchair. Her face went white. "Oh, my God," Maria whispered. "Mr. Nelson, I didn't know you were. I'm so sorry, I didn't hear." Recognition spread through the room like electricity. Brenda's eyes went wide. "Wait, Nelson, Prince Nelson?" She looked at the man in purple. Really looked. You're Prince?" "I'm Lucille Nelson's nephew," Prince said quietly. "And you're fired." "You can't fire me. You're not—" "No, but he can." Prince looked past her. Standing in the hallway behind Maria was Gerald Hofstetter, director of Golden Horizons, 60 years old, sweating. He'd been in his office when Maria had called him. "Mr. Nelson," Gerald said. His voice shook. "I had no idea you were visiting today. If you'd known, you'd have hidden the abuse?" Prince stood. His voice stayed calm, but there was steel underneath. "I've been visiting my aunt every Thursday for 8 years, every single week, and this is the first time I've seen someone hurt her." He turned to Brenda. "How long have you worked here?" Brenda's mouth opened, closed. 6 months. "How many other residents have you treated like this?" Silence. Prince pulled out his phone, held it up. "I have video, recorded the last 45 seconds before I said anything. You grabbing my aunt. You screaming at her. All of it." Gerald's face went from white to gray. "Mr. Nelson, please, let's discuss this in my office?" "No." Prince's voice was quiet but final. "We discuss this here, in front of everyone." More staff had gathered in the hallway, nurses, aides, kitchen workers. Word spread fast in a place like this. "Prince is here. Someone hurt his aunt. There's going to be trouble." Prince looked at Gerald. "You have 2 choices." Gerald swallowed. "Mr. Nelson, I'm sure we can work this out. Choice 1. You fire Brenda, right now, in front of everyone. You launch an investigation into every complaint filed against her. You implement immediate reforms, staff retraining, background checks, compassion evaluations. Of course, yes, we can absolutely. Or choice 2, Prince's voice dropped lower. I go to every news station in Minneapolis. I show them this video. I pull my aunt out of here tonight and—" He paused. "I pull my monthly donations." The hallway went silent. Gerald blinked. "Donations? Mr. Nelson, I don't—" "What donations?" Prince looked at him. "I've been anonymously funding this place for 8 years. $50,000 a month. Equipment upgrades, staff, bonuses, building maintenance, the new wheelchair-accessible garden out back. I paid for that. The updated kitchen? Me. The cable TV in every room? Me." Maria's hand went to her mouth. Gerald's face went slack. "You? The anonymous donor account? That's been you?" "Was me. Past tense. Unless things change. Right now." Brenda tried to push past Maria toward the door. "I don't have to listen to this. I'm calling my union rep." "You can call whoever you want," Prince said. "From outside this building. You're done here." Gerald finally found his spine. "Brenda, you're terminated. Effective immediately. Leave your badge. Security will escort you out." Brenda's face went red. "You can't? I'll sue. I have rights." "With video evidence of you abusing a resident?" Prince held up his phone. "Good luck with that." 2 security guards appeared. Large men, not unkind, but firm. "Ms. Matthews, please come with us." Brenda looked around the hallway, at the faces of her co-workers. None of them would meet her eyes. She grabbed her bag from a chair in Lucille's room, shoulder-checked Prince on her way out. Hard. He didn't move, didn't flinch, just watched her go. When the sound of her footsteps faded down the hallway, Prince turned back to Gerald. "Now we talk about reforms." Gerald's office. 20 minutes later. Prince sat across from the director. Maria stood by the door. 2 other senior nurses had been called in. "How many staff work here?" Prince asked. Gerald shuffled papers. 42 full-time employees, another dozen part-time. "How many have you vetted in the last year?" Silence. "That's what I thought." Prince pulled out his phone, made a call, put it on speaker. A woman's voice answered. "Prince, what do you need?" "Susan, I need you to set up something for me. Golden Horizons Senior Care, Minneapolis. I want every employee background checked, references verified, psych evaluations where necessary." "How many employees?" 54. "When do you need it?" "Done?" 2 weeks. "Done. What else?" "I want a complete staff retraining program, elder care certification, dementia training, compassion protocols, gentle handling techniques, resident rights, everything. Funding? Whatever it costs. Also," Prince looked at Maria, "how much do they pay you?" Maria's voice was barely a whisper. $15 an hour. Prince's jaw tightened. He turned back to the phone. "Susan, add salary increases to the program. Every caregiver who passes certification gets a raise. $25 an hour minimum. Non-negotiable." Maria started crying, quiet tears running down her face. "Anything else?" Susan asked. "Yeah. I want monthly audits, resident satisfaction surveys, family feedback systems, and I want cameras in every common area. Not in bedrooms, but hallways, common rooms, dining areas. Transparency." Gerald looked like he was going to be sick. "Budget?" Susan asked. "Add another $50,000 a month to the existing donation. So, $100,000 total. And Susan, this isn't anonymous anymore. I want my name on it. I want families to know I'm watching." "Understood. I'll have contracts drawn up by Monday." Prince hung up, looked at Gerald. "You're going to implement every change, personally oversee it. If I find out you're cutting corners, if I hear about one more incident like today, I pull everything. Understood?" Gerald nodded rapidly. Yes, of course. "Mr. Nelson, I am so sorry this happened." "Sorry isn't enough. Action is enough." Prince stood, turned to Maria. "You? How long have you been here?" 20 years. "You've been kind to my aunt. I've seen it. Every visit, you check on her. You remember she likes her coffee with 2 sugars. You make sure she gets the window seat in the common room." Maria wiped her eyes. "She's a sweet lady. She talks about you. Shows us pictures from when you were little." Prince smiled for the first time since he'd arrived. "She taught me piano when I was 6, on her old upright in her basement. She's the reason I got into music." He pulled a business card from his wallet, handed it to Maria. "I'm promoting you, head nurse. You'll oversee the new training program. $50,000 a year salary, plus benefits." Maria's legs almost gave out. One of the other nurses caught her arm. I can't. You can. You will. And you'll make sure every new hire knows what compassionate care looks like." He looked at the other nurses. "Same offer goes to anyone who passes the certification. Higher pay, better training, dignity for you and the residents. But if anyone fails the background check or compassion evaluation, they're gone. This place is going to be the best senior care facility in Minnesota, or I'm shutting it down." 2 weeks later, certification process began. Background checks, 3 dismissed. Psych evaluations. 2 flagged for anger issues, offered counseling. 49 employees passed. 2 weeks paid training. Maria led it. Prince showed up first day. "I'm not here to be worshipped. I'm here to make sure you're learning." Stayed 3 hours. Corrected techniques. Answered questions. One caregiver asked, "Why do you care so much?" Prince, "Because my aunt deserves the best. So does every resident here. They're not patients. They're people who lived full lives. Treat them like you'd want your grandmother treated." 3 months later. Every Thursday, 2 p.m., Prince arrived. The front desk had a new receptionist. Ashley had quit 2 days after the incident. Couldn't handle the shame. The new receptionist, Carmen, 52, been in healthcare for 30 years, greeted him warmly. "Good afternoon, Mr. Nelson. Mrs. Nelson's in the common room today? She's been asking about you." Prince found Lucille by the window, reading a large print book, jazz playing softly on the speakers. "Hey, Auntie." She looked up, smiled. "There's my baby. Sit with me." He sat, held her hand. They didn't always talk. Sometimes they just existed together. That was enough. One Thursday, Lucille asked, "Will you play piano for us, like when you were little?" Prince wheeled her to the common room. Word spread. 15 residents gathered. He sat at the old upright. "What do you want to hear, Auntie?" "That purple song about rain." He played Purple Rain. Soft, gentle, like a hymn. Residents with dementia couldn't remember their kids' names, but they remembered this song. They sang, off-key, fragile, beautiful. "Purple rain, purple rain." An 89-year-old man. "Can you play When Doves Cry?" Prince played it, then Kiss, then 1999, then jazz, then blues, an hour of music. When he stopped, residents applauded, some crying, all present, alive. Aunt Lucille. "This is who you are, baby, not the stadiums. This." Prince kissed her forehead. "I know." September 2014. Golden Horizons, 5-star certification, 0 abuse complaints, 2% staff turnover, 98% satisfaction. April 24, 2016. Prince died. Golden Horizons learned from news. Maria gathered everyone. Common room, crying. Aunt Lucille, 89. "He was just here last week." Maria. "He loved you so much." "I know. All of you. This place. He made us better." 2017. Estate continues 100K monthly donations. Forever. Lucille Nelson Compassionate Care Scholarship established. 25K year 2024. Aunt Lucille passed 2019, age 92. Peaceful. Maria, 60, still runs Golden Horizons, still 5-star, plaque above piano. In memory of Prince Rogers Nelson, who taught us love requires action. Every Thursday, 2 p.m., staff plays piano. Residents sing. Purple rain, fragile voices, beautiful anyway. The confused purple man wasn't confused. He saw. He fixed it. Not with rage, with structure, funding, accountability. 1 abuser fired, 49 empowered. That's grace.